We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
All in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my.
David said, get out of my way, because I'm about to bust a move. And David danced, come on! And David danced.
David dance, dance, and 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 David dance.
Bro, it's taking everything in my power not to whoop your ass right now.
What are you talking about?
Don't think I don't know who you are.
Talking about the show?
It's not a fucking show.
Bro,
You
learn how to
disrespectful
separate,
as
bro.
fuck.
Bro, learn how to separate
You are
from real life,
disrespectful
bro.
as fuck.
It's a show,
If
bro.
I had a belt right now, I'd whoop the shit out of you like your mama should have been doing.
It's a show, bro.
It's not a show, Tariq!
Okay. Hope said, sir, God ain't pleased. Oh, hell no. I said, pop locking for Jesus is crazy work. It absolutely is. Okay, so let's get into it. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Daily Vitamins. Okay, so as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the case of Karon Blake, the 13-year-old who lost his life when the person who alleges that he was trying to steal their car decided to kill him rather than just calling the police. Okay, likes up, everyone, please like and share. You all remember this story. It happened about a year or so ago. So that man has now been convicted of manslaughter. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Here we go.
And I'm Larry Miller. That decision was handed down in the past 2 hours. Lewis was charged with shooting and killing 13-year-old Karon Blake.
The jury found Lewis guilty on a handful of charges, including voluntary manslaughter and assault with a dangerous weapon. He was also found guilty on firearms possession charges.
Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz has been closely following this case. Rafa, can you explain for us this sentence?
Yeah, Larry, let's walk you through how we got to this moment. It was several hours of deliberation over 2 days. And as you mentioned, that jury determined that Jason Lewis is guilty of manslaughter while armed. This carries a maximum sentence of 30 years in prison here in the District of Columbia. But they also determined that he is not guilty of the harsher penalty, which is a murder, a second-degree murder. So basically what the jury determined is they refuted his stance that he acted in self-defense. So let's walk you through what Jason Lewis claimed throughout the trial. His defense presented that he was defending himself during that January 7th incident. But he said that when he walked out of his home, he saw a man or someone pointing a gun towards him and shooting him at him, which prompted him to fire the first out of 3 shots. The other 2 shots were the ones that eventually struck and killed 13-year-old Karon Blake. So this is an ongoing case only because now we're waiting for the sentencing, which according to the DC court website is scheduled for October 25th. And just the last 5 minutes, the U.S. Attorney's Office provided us a full update of this case, and they're telling us that Lewis right now is facing 45 years behind prison. We'll have more of the timeline of events leading to this moment because this was a case that obviously got a lot of attention and led to a lot of vitriol comments on social media targeting Jason Lewis, but also 13-year-old Karon Blake. We'll have more coming up at 6.
To your point, Rafael, this certainly invoked a lot of emotion from the community with strong opinions on both sides of this. But to your point here, we now have the verdict and we will get the sentencing later at a sentencing hearing that will take place at another date and time. Thank you so much.
Okay, so first of all, they said that he was lying about Karon shooting at him. I don't know if he was lying or not, but that's what they were saying. Okay, so likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now let's go to what Karon's mother said when all this initially happened. For those of you who missed it.
Despite the time of the day it was, despite like all of that, you know, children are children. You know, some of them grow up too fast. Some of them do things that they're not supposed to do. And some of us parents are not aware at all times. What I can say is that Karon came from a good home, and I tried my best with him, you know. But Jason Lewis, he ain't had no right. He had no right. it could have went a whole different way, you know? And it's like, everybody is like, what is he doing out at 4 a.m.? Like, would y'all feel better if it was at 4 p.m.? A crime is a crime. And that's just that. He took my baby, my firstborn. And it's messed up. But I gotta live with that. But I really hope that I get justice for my child. And I hope that this man is convicted to the highest.
Okay, so with that all being said, here's the thing. The prosecutor said that there was absolutely no evidence to show that Karon fired a gun at him. Okay, so I'm sorry. If Karon didn't put him in imminent danger, I don't see the need to kill him. Okay, yes, he was trying to steal your car and he was wrong for that. And of course, there should have been consequences, which would include jail. Now, if we think there's a problem when the police shoot a black person when they don't have a reason to, well, it should be the same thing when a black person shoots a black person when they don't have a reason to. At the end of the day, that's a grown man. He knew that he could see that that's a kid. I mean, he looks like a kid. How could you not tell that was a child? Okay, I'm not defending his actions, but I am defending the fact that this man acted as a vigilante. And if this was a white man, everybody would have something different to say. Okay, if this was a white man who shot him, everybody would be up in arms. But at the end of the day, because this man is black, you know, some of our people say, well, you know, he was committing a crime. Well, yeah, he was committing a crime. Okay, and trying to steal a car, attempting to steal a car does not warrant an execution. It does not warrant the death penalty. That's just what it is. Bottom line. Okay, like I said, he did say that Karon fired a gun at him. He said that he saw a flash and heard a bang. He fired when he said he saw Karon running toward him. A camera outside the home recorded some of Blake's last words. He said, please don't shoot me. I'm a kid. Does that sound like somebody that just shot at somebody? Okay, the prosecutors told jurors there was no evidence that anyone fired at Lewis that morning. He was lying. Okay, he was lying. And wasn't this man a former police officer? Hold on. I can't remember, but I think that he was a former police officer. I could be wrong. But whether he was or wasn't isn't the question. The real question is, did he have to shoot Karon? Well, I don't think so. If I go outside in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, people criticizing the mother, okay, and it's fine that people have their own thoughts and opinions on that. But at the end of the day, some children sneak out of the house, okay, and do things they have no darn business doing. Okay, so I'm not on the fence. I feel like this man absolutely didn't have to murder him. And if you did shoot him, he couldn't have shot him in the leg. If you want to just teach him a lesson or he was that mad or whatever. No, he took his life. You don't have any business taking someone's life because they're trying to steal property. Okay, because someone's trying to steal property. You don't have any business taking their life, especially a kid. Kids are silly. They do things, and some of them are quite frankly nefarious. And yes, some of them are a danger and a threat to society. But if this child didn't present imminent danger, didn't point a gun at him, didn't fire the gun at him, which the prosecutor said that he didn't. Okay, there was no proof. And here's how you know. Okay, here's the thing. I want you to pay attention. If Karon had fired a gun, there would have been proof. Okay, there would have been proof. There would have been gunpowder residue on Karon's little hands, on his clothing from the blowback. There would have been proof. There would have been a gun that had been fired by him at the scene with his fingerprints on it, and it would have been easy to say that it had been fired. They could have found the shell casing from that gun and done ballistics to prove that the shell casing came from that gun. There was none of that, that's all I'm saying. So it's clear and obvious to me that that man's lying. He is lying just like the cops do. Oh, I feared for my life. Okay. He shot him out of anger because he awakened at 3 a.m. in the morning, looked outside and saw a little thug trying to steal his car. I mean, let's just keep it real. Karon was a little thug, but that little thug didn't deserve to die for what he was doing on that day. That's just what I'm saying. I rest my case. Okay, so with that all being said, let's continue. Wavy though said this is cause and effect. Yes. Now, with that all being said, now let's talk about the case of Noah Bush. Okay, you all know that Noah Bush was the 8-year-old little black boy who went on a walk with 2 of his little white friends and he didn't come back. Okay, then they later said that he accidentally drowned. And please pay attention because the police initially said, oh, there's nothing to see here, folks. Looks like an accidental drowning. But we all knew it was something suspicious because remember, I brought back to your forefront of your memory how little Jason Smith from Louisiana, who was 14 years old, went on a walk with some of his white friends and ended up dead in a lake. And then when they found his body, or his father went to view his body, there was no organs and his son had been raped and there was bruises all over him. So we've heard these stories before. We know that there always is something to look for. There is a reason to be suspicious. And turns out we were absolutely right. Okay, because now a second child has in fact been found guilty. He admitted it. Okay, he admitted to it. And so now he's sentenced to 2 years, just a measly 2 years. Now I want you all to pay attention. That's all little Noah Bush's life was worth to the criminal justice system. 2 years in a juvenile facility. That's it, 2 years. Now, sometimes these children are tried as adults. I'm not saying they should have been tried as an adult. But they definitely should have gotten a whole lot more than 2 years. And also their mother, their parents, well, they should be held accountable. You see, how is it that parents can be held accountable when their kids skip school and they're truant and the parents are locked up and taken to jail, but when their kids go out and commit these types of crimes, they're not also put in jail? There should be a law that the parents are put in jail. I'm sorry, your kids wouldn't be so, if the kids weren't so bad, you know, maybe you wouldn't have these problems, is all I'm saying. Now, likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this report. Here we go.
And we are following several breaking news stories at noon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kyle Jordan. We're going to start in Wayne County, where a second child has been sentenced in connection to the death of an 8-year-old boy. Today, an 11-year-old charged appeared in juvenile court to face several charges for the death of Noah Bush. Shay Schrader was the only local reporter on the ground as the boy learned his fate this morning.
The 11-year-old charged in connection with Noah Bush's death pled guilty to all 4 counts today and received the maximum sentence allowable by Georgia state law, which is 2 years of confinement. The family of Noah Bush says that the sentence is not enough.
This isn't just this. My baby was 8 years old with a full life ahead of him. And 2 years is what the state of Georgia calls justice.
No one other than the people involved with the case were allowed in the courtroom because of the age of the child. But Bush's lawyers say the 11-year-old admitted to leading Noah down to clay pits, pushing him into the water, and holding his head under until he drowned. Bush's lawyers say they believe the crime was racially motivated and question where a child that age would learn such behavior.
There are people who feel that way. They flag flags in their yards, post signs. They get on Facebook. They do all of this in front of their children as if their children are not soaking this up. This is the consequence when you don't stand up against hate.
Even with the sentencing, the Bush family's attorneys say they still have lingering questions. They say the 11-year-old's mother appeared in court virtually because she's incarcerated. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office has previously said that her charges are not related to the Bush case, but Bush's attorneys say they don't believe that. And the family says that even with the 2 children now behind bars, the case is not over for them.
There is no peace. There is no comfort. There is no closure for me. I will live with this for the rest of my life.
The Wayne County Sheriff's Office declined to comment. Reporting in Wayne County, Shay Schrader,
That is such a sad shame. Okay, let's go to this next report. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Poor little Noah. My condolences again to his family, friends, and loved ones.
10-year-old boy charged in connection with the death of 8-year-old Noah Bush has been sentenced.
Today was probably one of the hardest days of my life. This isn't justice.
Noah disappeared May 15th in Jessup, Georgia. He was found dead the next day in a construction pit full of water. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office initially ruled his death accidental, and that sparked weeks of protests in the community.
And nearly 2 months after his death, a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old were charged. And a hearing was held today for that 11-year-old.
Riley Phillips has more now from the hearing and reaction from Noah's family.
It was an emotional day. Noah's family and their lawyers were visibly upset leaving the courtroom. The 11-year-old was sentenced to 2 years in a juvenile detention facility, but Noah's mother says there is still no closure in this case.
When will you stand up?
Tensions flared outside the courtroom Thursday. Protesters yelling justice for Noah. At one point, Wayne County Sheriff's deputies came outside to tell the group to move across the street. That's when a deputy and a protester got in each other's faces. But the mood shifted when the hearing ended.
We're here with Demetrius Bush.
Tears of sadness fell as the family of Noah Bush and their lawyers described what happened inside the courtroom.
This 11-year-old admitted under oath that he, in fact, led Noah Bush down to the clay pits, pushed him into the water, and ultimately held his head under that water until he drowned.
The 11-year-old faced 4 charges in connection to Noah's death, including concealing the death of another and involuntary manslaughter. The 11-year-old will now spend 2 years in a juvenile detention facility, along with the 10-year-old also charged in this case. Noah's mother, Demetrius Bush, also spoke in court today, reading a victim impact statement.
My baby was 8 years old with a full life ahead of him. In 2 years is
With that all been said, I have several questions. First of all, they're saying that the mother of one of them is in jail, but not related to Noah Bush. How is she not in jail because of what happened to Noah Bush? Because you don't think the parents knew about this? You don't think that they went home and told the mother that they did it? First of all, where'd they get the idea? Did one of the parents tell them to lure Noah off to that water to drown him? I have questions. What kind of 10 and 11-year-old, please pay attention, has it in their mind to not only murder somebody, but to lure them away to a secret place to do so, and then to come back and tell whole lies? You don't think the parents knew something about this? Of course they did. They could miss me with it, honey. Okay, the parents probably told them to do it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there was, in fact, a Lifetime movie where a man who's the same complexion as Noah's killers told his 14-year-old daughter to go into the bedroom and shoot her own mother in the head. And then to basically, say that she did it for whatever reason, I forget. But he told her the reason she needed to do it is because she was 14 and she wouldn't get a whole lot of time. I don't think they expected those kids to get any time, because you heard what the police said initially, accidental drowning. Yeah, that's what they were going with. They knew damn well there was something to it, but they were going to let them get away with it. And I want you to think about something. If you remember, about 6 years ago, the little 8-year-old biracial child who was hanged by the throat with a rope and a tire, pushed off of a picnic table by 14 and 15-year-old Caucasian teens. And so what did the sheriff say in that case? He didn't arrest them. He said, oh, it was just boys being boys. They were just playing. Now, the little boy was luckily able to escape, got the rope from around his neck and ran home. But he had rope burns. It was obvious someone tried to kill him. They didn't get charged with attempted murder. They didn't get charged with assault. They were simply told, the parents were told, that this was just boys being boys. It was just a prank. How the hell's that funny? Who thinks it's a prank to put a rope around someone's neck, a rope that's tied to a tire, and then shove that child off of a picnic table? So this is what happens when it's their children who murder yours. That's what happens. Okay? First they'll lie. Nothing to see here, folks. It was accidental. And then when that doesn't fly, because people in the community speak out in anger and outrage and know that there is something more to it and demand calls for justice, well, this is what they get. Slaps on the wrist. Slaps on the wrist. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, karma is coming to that family one way or another. Okay, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Now, with that all been said, let's talk about this nefarious couple where the boyfriend beats the 6-year-old son's death. Okay, he had a lacerated liver, multiple fractured ribs, and internal bleeding that led to his death. And here are the people that were involved in it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. This is all so sad. There's the two thugs right there. Brandon Wheatley and Jaleesa Offer. A mother and her boyfriend in Maryland are behind bars after they allegedly beat her 6-year-old son to death because he took money from her wallets. Now, officers from the Baltimore Police Department responded around 11:30 p.m. on Wednesday to a home on the 6300 block of Green Spring Avenue for a report of an unresponsive child, later identified as Brian Graham. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital where he later died. A medical examiner determined the cause of death to be blunt force trauma. Now, cops arrested Brandon's mother, Jaleesa Offer, and her boyfriend, Brandon Wheatley, who's 34, on charges of child abuse resulting in death and assault. Now, the local media ABC affiliate obtained charging documents that laid out the brutal way that young Brian died. The alleged beating reportedly began earlier in the week when Brian took money from his mother's wallet. They say she smacked Brian and punched him with a closed fist multiple times. She did this to a 6-year-old. And Mr. Wheatley continued the punishment, the physical discipline after her, according to documents. Offer reportedly told cops that she believed some of his bruises may have come from play fighting with his brother. So they tried to blame it on his older sibling. Now, Wheatley said that he fights with Brandon and he bruises easily because he has light skin. These people are just so darn nefarious. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Okay, so on the night of Brandon's death, Wheatley went to give the boy a bath. A little while later, Offer allegedly said that she walked by the bathroom and saw her boyfriend slumped over on the floor and Brandon unresponsive in the tub with scalding hot water. She woke up Wheatley and they retrieved the boy from the tub. They put the burn cream on him and did CPR until paramedics arrived. Now, when Wheatley later told cops the last thing that he remembered was Brandon playing with the nozzles before he fell asleep. Okay, he claimed to have a medical condition that causes him to fall asleep while sitting down. The water temperature reportedly reached 128 degrees. Now, I want y'all to think about this. So nobody heard Brandon screaming. Nobody heard his calls because he had to be screaming if the water was that hot, or was he already dead? A medical examiner determined the boy's death to be homicide. He reportedly suffered a lacerated liver, multiple fractured ribs, and internal bleeding in the head and torso. So they beat the mess out of him. This is so sad. This is just an extremely tragic and sad story. This is what Baltimore Police Detective Nikki Fenoy said. Cops also reportedly discovered Brandon's 8-year-old brother had injuries to his face and was unable to move his left arm. Child Protective Services took custody of the boy. Offer and Wheatley are in jail without bond. They have a court hearing scheduled for Monday. Dirty devils. I hope they get the death penalty. This is all so darn ridiculous. At the end of the day, this is what people are out here doing to poor little innocent kids who cannot defend themselves, taking their lives, beating them, torturing them, putting someone in scalding hot water, 128 degrees. Can you imagine? And then lying and trying to blame it on the sibling. This is all so crazy. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. But it doesn't stop there, because then you have an aunt who's now on the run and she killed her own. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. I'm going to share my screen.
And tonight, a father's emotional plea for his daughter's strength after an attacker, who police believe is the child's aunt, stabbed the 4-year-old little girl multiple times.
The little girl's father says he's been at his daughter's bedside through multiple surgeries since yesterday afternoon. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu has the story from Patterson, New Jersey.
We're trying to see if she have to go under for some more surgery or not.
Faharam Lassane has been glued to the bedside of his daughter Amber inside St. Joseph's Hospital. The 4-year-old underwent surgery after a violent attack inside a Patterson home. The toddler was stabbed multiple times, puncturing her lungs and liver and also injuring her diaphragm.
I was totally dumbfounded and I was shocked because I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it at all.
Patterson police say they arrived at the house on 10th Avenue near East 24th Street just after 4 o'clock on Friday and found the bloody scene. Local leaders say the person behind the crime is the girl's aunt who was babysitting at the time. And now police say she's on the run. Neighbors tell Eyewitness News the mother was inconsolable when she brought the girl out of the house.
She had a big gash on her forehead and they had her wrapped up. So God, please be with this baby. I hope she's okay.
This affects everybody. It affects the community. It affects everybody, not just one family.
Lassane says Amber is a happy girl with a big smile and an appetite to match. He says despite her age, she's built tough, just like him. And even in a hospital bed, she's showing just how strong she is.
She couldn't respond because she had tools and everything down there, but she opened her eyes and when she heard my voice, she started making eye contact, trying to see me, and that brought joy to me.
Well, people in the neighborhood say that aunt is known to have emotional issues, and at this point, no arrest has been made. In Patterson, JNSU Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, so prayers for the little girl that she has a speedy recovery, and hopefully they'll catch the aunt because she's clearly a danger to society. Okay, also very sad. That's a beautiful little girl too, by the way. Now let's talk about this mother who lost her life. She was the mother of 4 right here in Atlanta, where there's plenty of nefariousness to go around. Please pay attention. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Okay, here we go.
Developing tonight, trying to hold on to the happy moments while working through their grief after a mother of 4 was shot and killed on Tuesday night.
Now the community is rallying around the family of 32-year-old Courtney Reese. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido joining us live tonight from Atlanta Police Headquarters. And Angelina, you spoke with many of those who knew and loved Courtney.
And this is the very first time that we are hearing from them. Her younger sister tells me that she was vibrant and she always kept a smile on her face. Courtney shot and killed in Atlanta just months after one of her sisters was shot and killed in DeKalb tonight. This family tells me neither one of them deserved to die this way.
She was a vibe, the life of the party.
Her infectious smile is keeping her grieving family's spirit high.
She was everybody's hype man. She was everybody's cook.
Courtney Reese remembered tonight with purple balloons, music, and love.
It's a party. It's a celebration like she would have had any other day.
Lena is Courtney's older sister.
She didn't deserve this. Her kids will miss her, her sisters, her brother, her dad, her mom.
The 32-year-old shot 10 times at this home along Springside Drive, south of Cleveland Avenue, Tuesday night. Flowers are now in the place she took her last breath. In a video too graphic to play, Courtney pleads with someone before shots are fired. That person ran away. No arrests have been made.
Her life was cut short, but the children still are here. They still got to be provided for.
Courtney leaves behind 3 girls, just 13, 9, and 6 years old, and an 11-year-old son.
She was a great mother, and we want them to have everything that we knew that she was going to do for them.
Their life is her legacy.
Courtney was joy. She was love. She was a protector. She was, a provider.
Now, Atlanta police still investigating this case. They really want anybody from the community that has valuable information, saw or heard anything, to submit tips to them. Meanwhile, this family is working to provide for Courtney's kids. They're also trying to plan her funeral. We have a link to how you can help them in this story on our website. We're live tonight in Atlanta. Angelina Salcido.
Okay, so that's also sad. Now, they actually caught the murder on the Ring door cam, and I'm not going to show it. I saw the video. It's quite disturbing. Okay, so now here's what they say. So a mother of 4 was gunned down by her ex-boyfriend as she begged for her life outside a house on Atlanta's southeast side. And now 11 Alive News obtained Ring camera footage that shows Courtney Reese, age 32, begging for her life before the man shot her multiple times. Now, the incident happened on Tuesday night at a house on Springside Drive off of Cleveland Avenue in Southeast Atlanta. According to social media posts, Reese's ex-boyfriend followed her home and chased her to a neighbor's house. Reese was screaming, "There go my baby. Please, please, I don't, please." The man pointed his gun at Reese and pulled the trigger, but the gun jammed. He cleared the jam and shot her 10 times. After shooting Reese, the man fled down the driveway and into the night. Reese leaves behind 4 children, 3 girls, ages 13, 9, and 16, and an 11-year-old boy. Now, the family launched a GoFundMe to raise funeral expenses, and so far it has $2,750. They say never in a million years did we think that we would have to be going through the most horrific tragedy ever. This is what her sister, Taniqua Reese, said. "My sister did not deserve to leave this earth the way that she did." Now, Reese's aunt told 11 Alive News that Reese's younger sister, Symmetria, was killed by gun violence on May the 24th in DeKalb County, Georgia. No suspect was ever even arrested in her case. So this is also sad. My condolences to the family, especially after all that they've been going through already. Okay, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. So anyway, with that all being said, let's talk about this 10-year-old boy who was on Rock Island, who was found dead in a trash can. So I'm going to go to the body cam footage. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. And here we go.
Ensure.
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No,
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No,
My-
it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're
then?
not even out here. And
Okay.
it's been a constant.
Have we been here before?
No, you've never come to my house for anything. I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
I work at Genesis Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Iowa Community College. I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's gonna come to my addy. It's just never ending.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself
Sir,
and he's in
come
your
on
basement.
now. You think? Look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get
No,
everything?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if we have to investigate it. No matter how
If
crazy
you want
it
to
sounds.
do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman who has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated as a
No, I
citizen.
get it. That's what
That is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking. I'm not
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay.
I have 4 children
Her
in here.
ex-husband's new girlfriend's been causing her
And
issues. She thinks that's who it is.
ongoing. She's been harassing
number
my
provided
job, harassing my place
isn't
of
connected to
business,
anything.
harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one against him. It's never ending. I cannot have any peace where I live.
And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if
Sir.
that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never ending story with these 2.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Okay.
She's harassed my job.
Do you know her phone number by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her phone number.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay. It's like I said, we get a call. We got to show up.
They got to the point now where they don't have my phone number, so they emailing me. Okay. I have spam emails here from these people. I'm going to go down here. The last one I got was, let me see.
Does it have a name on it?
Yes, it has his name on it. I have to go here. This is the last one I have. And this gotten to the point where they're emailing me because they don't have a contact phone number on me.
Right.
This is how bad the harassers got.
Okay.
But until I can get Rock Island to Cook County to serve them and actually find an address on them,
Right.
that's going to be a problem.
I'll,
So they keep having me come back to court until I can get an address on them.
I'll add some notes just in the call that I was here, and that it's a harassment thing, so we don't have to keep coming up here. And
Thank you.
all right, sorry to bug you. Just like I said, we got to call, even if it sounds crazy. We got to come see what's going on.
Man, this lady, I don't even know what to say about her. It's never ending.
All right,
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
So, I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward, beloveds.
Tear up your house or anything. So
Calm down. My kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm
These
down?
officers are gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see?
Now I want you all to pay attention because when they came, it was nighttime. Now you can see it's daylight. I fast forwarded just a bit, but the fact of the matter is they went and got a warrant. Okay, now she sounded very convincing. Okay, she sounded pretty convincing. Did she have someone dead in a trash can in the basement? Let's continue.
See the warrant before we walk any further. I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. You don't run how we out. You're not in control of this.
Okay, I'm trying to see. Well,
So I need your phone too.
my phone. That's not my phone.
Well, hold on to that. So
Okay.
which rooms are your kids in?
They're upstairs. I
Okay.
am very cooperative. I'm not fighting anybody.
You're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
just, look, I'm
Tina?
scared. My kids
Mind
are
going
here.
upstairs and checking.
My kids are here.
I mean, you have to. That's empty. Well, it's for an old heater. Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
Because I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll set this right here.
Can I call my family to tell them to somebody to come?
You're not under arrest or anything like that, okay? That's why I'm sitting here talking to you, okay?
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you
Straight up lying. I want y'all to pay attention.
claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone. I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my information and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working with the FBI.
She has a whole lot of excuses going on. And pay attention. She says she's been working with the FB and the I. Girl, you are a good one. But let's continue.
I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of things popping up. And
have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples there.
True Snow TV, beloved, they're not violating her rights. They have every right to be there. Now pay attention, beloved, because in the beginning, when they came the night before, they did not have a warrant and she refused to allow them entry. So they left. They didn't violate her rights. They came back with a warrant. And rightfully so, because these allegations have to be thoroughly investigated, especially when it pertains to a child. And this lady is absolutely lying. Please pay attention. They've already caught her in one lie saying she doesn't even have a son named Zion. But DFAC records or DFACs, their records indicate that they came because of something that happened to her son before. So she clearly had a son named Zion. Where is he now is the question.
Along with your 4 daughters and then another young boy.
We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So
some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid named Zion?
I didn't say his name was Zion. No.
Well, somewhere here we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
Yes, and
benefits. Listen to it. Benefits being put in his name that you're receiving from.
I haven't received any benefits.
And then also involved in this.
I haven't received any benefits. That's what I'm telling you.
Well,
someone has stolen my identity. I have proof of that. If you go in my phone, you'll be able to see the messages between me and the FBI agent in Milwaukee.
No need to apologize, True Snow, beloved. We know that they do often violate the rights of people who look like us. So I absolutely get why you would think that. But in this case, honey, she is absolutely lying. Sitting up there crying and talking about this her ex's new girlfriend is stalking her and making fake phone calls, spam calls and all that. Trying to act like somebody swatted her, basically. Like somebody just fabricated this whole story and called the police just to get her in trouble. But she is nothing but a low down dirty liar.
So this is separate from that with the DCFS call.
Because somebody is obviously claiming benefits and getting food stamps.
But they're getting food stamps for your 4 daughters and Zion.
And I've been having a hard time with that because I can't get any because of that, and I've been working on it.
Okay, are we going to find anything in your house that has Zion's name on it? Birth certificate, social security card, or anything like that?
Nope.
Well, because we're seizing your phone, okay?
I understand you're seizing it, but that's like, I should be able to at least call my lawyer still. I shouldn't be held in my own house and not be able to call my counsel.
Well, are you requesting a lawyer right now? Because if you request a lawyer right now, we're done talking.
And then what? You're going to arrest me?
I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to search your
We're gonna
house.
search his house upside down. Because somewhere here we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing.
I can't
And
help
this
it
is
when
coming
people
from other.
call.
This is coming from other people. This is.
I
getting
can't help it
mentioned.
when people call and make allegations against me.
Lady, the gig is up. Come clean at this point.
People do this every day out of spite. And I possibly had some visitors. It was probably the summertime.
So where would they get the name Zion Staples?
Zion Staples.
I don't know. People make it up all the time. People make it up all the time.
But see,
Just like she's making up this damn story and all these lies. Pay attention.
DCFS does not come into your home and say, okay, have the neighbors over and let's do all this personal stuff that affects you and your family in front of all these other people.
They did.
They do it with you.
They did.
And they do it with your family.
They did, though. They very much did that.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
If you are claiming people back and forth amongst family members to get bigger returns, our biggest concern is that we can have somebody with law enforcement say, this is Zion, this is what's going on, and he is fine. Because right now, we have a person that exists, but we can't lay eyes on him, and it's a child. Okay, that's what they're saying.
That noise?
It's just
the beeping.
So that's what we're looking at. So if this is what's going on,
You know she's guilty. They're sitting here catching her in all these lies, making accusations or telling her accusations have been made about a child that she claims to not have or don't even know. But she's sitting there talking about what's that noise? Lady, this is further proof that she's lying and straight up guilty. Who the hell's worried about a noise when you got the police sitting right in front of you, honey, asking you 1,001 questions that you cannot answer? Please pay attention.
if you have a cousin, a sister, a brother-in-law, a friend, or whatever claiming kids, or you're claiming them on the app and you guys are splitting some extra money, I get that. The biggest concern that we have here is that we need to make sure that this kid is safe. And in the time since the officer was here last night and the time that an officer had called you back in June, that we can say, nope, she's totally clear. There's nobody here. There's nobody here.
And arrest. I'm telling you.
Birth certificate?
What is that?
Birth certificate.
For Zion Staples.
Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples. It's found in your room.
We need to get this figured out. Stop
lying.
It's over.
Where's that kid?
Tell it. Where is he? Damn it.
You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just going to dig yourself a bigger grave now.
Exactly.
I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no.
I needed some extra help. Okay. Yes. That was it.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents. And it was just really hard. Like,
So is Zion a real person?
no. I can't call a lawyer and let them know you are here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we can we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Okay. Go and turn it off for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail. What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
How stupid is this clown? She literally just told them that she needed some extra help and had someone make fake documents. Lady, what are you talking about? She thought she was just going to admit to a crime and just sit there and they're just going to leave quietly? Oh, my Lord, she is beyond foolish. But let's continue.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your
Not railroad.
kid is.
my
You're
kid.
saying that he doesn't
This
exist.
man is my kid. Cuff it, let me walk out.
We'll cuff you in front, okay?
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to take my dignity away and put me in cuffs?
We're not gonna.
Your dignity. Oh my Lord. I absolutely cannot with this lady. And then talking about embarrassing. Embarrassing is the least of her worries.
We're not gonna put him behind you, okay? We're gonna walk you to the car real quick, and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
My neighbors, they've been knowing me for 6 years. You see that badge over there? I work 2 jobs at Genesis.
I hear you.
I go to school out here. God, this is embarrassing.
Go on, take the walk of shame, bitch, because you know your Iris is lying. Okay, and now they're going to find poor little Zion in a damn trash can just like they were told. I don't know why the audio cut out right here, beloveds. Maybe they turned it off for a reason. There he is, guys. This is so sad. This is so darn sad. They can probably smell the stench of his poor little decayed remains. I would not want to look in that trash can if I was that officer, but he has to do it. So that's just a darn shame. He was absolutely in that trash can. A darn shame. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on, beloveds. So here's what they say. I don't know why the audio cut out. So it goes on to say that a little over an hour after officers arrived at the home, an officer placed Staples under arrest for admitting to fraud. Staples expressed embarrassment at being handcuffed after she was going to be escorted outside the house to a police car. Body camera footage shows officers removing items and then dragging a circular metal trash can out of an inside corner of the garage at around 9:30 p.m. A crime scene technician takes photos as they remove the trash can and its lid. Okay, so they say no evidence of a body is shown on the body camera footage obtained by a Freedom of Information Act request, but court documents show that there was a body that was recovered. Okay, they didn't want to show it on body cam clearly. Staples remained in custody of the Rock Island County Jail after her arrest on July the 26th of 2023. Rock Island County Coroner Brian Gustafson confirmed that an autopsy revealed that the boy died of a gunshot wound, likely around December of 2022. Staples was initially charged with concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child. Staples later pled guilty to endangering the life of a child on January the 4th of 2024. In exchange, prosecutors dropped 3 additional charges against her, including obstruction of justice, failure to report the death of the child, and concealment of a death. On February the 16th, she was sentenced to 2 years in prison with credit for time served. According to Illinois State inmate records, Staples was released from Logan Correctional Center on July the 25th, with parole anticipated to continue until January the 25th of 2025. So she was sitting up there telling all those lies. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. She lied so much. She only got 2 years. I'm telling you, that's all she got because they only charged her with concealing his death. They didn't say that she killed him. He died from a gunshot wound. But I have to ask myself, did that child shoot himself or did she kill him? Because if he shot himself, why wouldn't she why wouldn't she go to the police? Why wouldn't she take him to the hospital? It could have been that when he shot himself, he wasn't even deceased. Maybe he still could have lived had she gotten him the proper medical treatment. So I'm not understanding how for the life of me, she only got 2 darn years. I'm not understanding how she only got 2 years for this. This is absolutely crazy as far as I'm concerned. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Okay, now I'm going to tell you all a story that is so nefarious. When I first heard this story, I said, this can't be true. This has to be one of the stories from a satire line, one of those satire websites. Okay, I said, there's no way. There's absolutely no way this could be true. Hold on, beloveds. Let me see if I have video footage of this. So let me pull this up real quick. So there was a story about a woman who literally was sitting on a toilet, supposedly, for about 2 years and died. Okay, now they say this is a true story, but I just couldn't believe it. I said, this has got to be satire. Upon investigation, I found that NBC, in fact, reported, now this is an old story, okay? Y'all know I don't do old stories, but this was so crazy. I said, I got to talk about this. I just happened to run across it. This actually happened supposedly in 2008. Now, don't you all send me no old stories, because if you send me stories that's older than about a month old, I'm not going to report it. Y'all know I like fresh news. But anyway, in current events. But this story is so crazy, I couldn't believe it. Woman sits on boyfriend's toilet for 2 years. Okay, so I'm going to show the, hold on, I'm going to show the video first. Likes up, everyone, please like and share, because this is beyond nefarious, okay? Please pay attention. I said, there's no way this could be real. Even the person who posted it didn't think it was.
In quite a while, and we should warn you, some of the details are a little disturbing. Listen to this. A Kansas woman is in the hospital tonight after spending 2 years on the toilet. The sheriff and paramedics were called to a home in Ness City, Kansas, where the 36-year-old woman lives with her boyfriend. The sheriff says the woman's skin had actually grown around the toilet seat. They removed the entire seat, and then doctors at the hospital freed the woman. Her boyfriend says he brought the woman food and water. He says he asked her every day to come out, but she refused.
When she first went to the bathroom, I thought she was just snapping one off. But after a couple of days, she didn't come out. So I started bringing her food, some blankets at night. I would lay in the bathtub and talk to her. But I just kind of started to accept it that she didn't want to come out. Now, she never seemed like she was in any pain. And I think she just was really comfortable. It started to smell a little. So we would always take the Lysol in there. And I would have to go to the bathroom in the bathtub, but it was really hard to do number 2.
The woman is listed in fair condition at a Wichita hospital tonight. Investigators plan to present a report to the county attorney, who will determine whether any kind of strain.
This is all nefarious. And he said he would have to go to the bathroom in the tub. It was kind of hard to do number 2. Now, I want you all to think about what he just said, and then think about how Kabami Harris said that she washed her collard greens in the bathtub. It's all gross. But here's what the report says, because I literally looked it up because I thought that was a fake news report. I just couldn't fathom that this actually happened, but it did. And this was reported March 12th of 2008. Deputies said a woman in western Kansas sat on her boyfriend's toilet for 2 years, and they're investigating whether she was mistreated. Ness County... Juju said just trifling. Truth on TV said one bathroom. Oh my God. POP said Elvis died on a toilet, but he wasn't there for 2 years. This is all crazy, but let me continue. Let me try to get this out. So they're investigating to try to see if she was mistreated. Now, the one who was mistreated clearly was the boyfriend who had to go to the tub, who had to use the bathroom in the tub. So they go on to say, Ness County Sheriff Brian Whipple said a man called his office last month to report that something was wrong with his girlfriend. Whipple said it appeared the 35-year-old Ness City woman's skin had grown around the toilet seat. She initially refused emergency medical services, but was finally convinced by responders and her boyfriend that she needed to be checked out at a hospital. They say we pried the toilet seat off with a pry bar, and the seat went with her to the hospital. The hospital removed it. Whipple said investigators plan to present their report Wednesday to the county attorney, who will determine whether any charges should be filed against the woman's 36-year-old boyfriend. Hasn't he gone through enough? This is all crazy. She was not glued. She was not tied. She was just physically stuck by her body. It's hard to imagine. I still have a hard time imagining it myself. This is what Whipple says. Now, he told investigators he brought his girlfriend food and water and asked her every day to come out of that bathroom. And her reply would be, maybe tomorrow. You can't make this up. According to him, she did not want to leave the bathroom. The boyfriend called police on February the 27th. That's the Queen's birthday. Please pay attention. Okay, to report that there was something wrong with his girlfriend. Okay, Whipple says, adding that he never explained why it took him 2 years to call. Now, police found the clothed woman sitting on the toilet, her sweatpants down to her mid-thigh. She was somewhat disoriented and her legs looked like they had been atrophied. Whew. Now, she said that she didn't need, and that's when you start losing muscle and weight in your legs, like when you don't use them, like somebody who's like paralyzed or something. Now, she said that she didn't need any help, that she was okay and did not want to leave. She was taken to a hospital in Wichita, about 150 miles southeast of Ness City. Whipple said that she has refused to cooperate with medical providers or law enforcement investigators. Authorities said they did not know if she was mentally or physically disabled. Police have declined to release the couple's names, but the house where authorities say the incident happened is listed in public records as the residence of Corey McFerrin. No one answers his home phone number. Now, the case has been the buzz in Ness County, says James Ellis, who's a neighbor, said, I don't think anybody can make any sense of it. Okay, Ellis said that he had known the woman since she was a child, but that he had not seen her for at least 6 years. He said that she had a tough childhood after her mother died at a young age and apparently was usually kept inside the house as she grew up. At one time, the woman worked for a long-term care facility, but he did not know what kind of work she did there. It really doesn't surprise me, Ellis said of the bathroom incident. What surprises me is somebody wasn't called a bit earlier. So crazy. I mean, this is talk about shenanigans. Like, how does this even happen? Anyway, I digress. Now let's get into this last story. Mr. Elevation said both of them were mentally insane. Okay, you can't make sense out of that at all, no matter how we try, beloveds. Okay, just real crazy. So now let's talk about this nefarious doctor. So this is an anesthesiologist by the name of Paul Giacopelli or Giacopelli. I don't know if the G is hard or soft, but anyway, the chief anesthesiologist for a New York hospital chose to drug and abuse his family's nanny as the easiest target, but that blew up in his face when the suspicious woman installed a surveillance camera and caught him in the act, according to authorities. Now, prosecutors in Putnam County credited the 25-year-old woman for her bravery and willingness to testify against Paul Giappoli, age 60, who pleaded guilty on Wednesday to sexual abuse in the first degree and assault in the second degree. Now, the defendant used to serve as chief anesthesiologist in Putnam County Hospital in the town of Carmel. Now, authorities say that he drugged and abused the woman as she was sleeping on the couch of his home. Suspecting that she was being abused, the nanny installed a surveillance camera behind a dehumidifier of the turtle tank of the living room. Now, the indictment stated that Giappoli abused her at least 4 times. Sheriff's investigator Keith Simones testified in front of the grand jury that Giappoli told him about having a chloroform fetish. Now, the defendant said he considered the nanny the easiest target because she was a heavy sleeper. He admitted fondling her in multiple incidents in which he put a rag infused with the anesthetic suvaflurane, over her mouth and nose until she fell unconscious. Not only did he confess to bringing drugs from the hospital to home, but in a search warrant turned up fentanyl and other substances. According to online state records, the New York Department of Health precluded him from practicing medicine in the state until either the final resolution of the matters under investigation or until such time as this order is modified or rescinded by the director of the Office of Professional Medical Conduct. He should never be allowed to practice again. This is sick. Now, the woman has also reportedly sued Giappoli, as well as Northwell Health Inc., Putnam County Hospital, and Metafiore Nyack Hospital. The hospitals argue that Giappoli did not act in context of his work. Sentencing in the criminal case is set for November the 12th, and as part of the plea, Giappoli is expected to be sentenced for 4 years in prison with post-release supervision for up to 10 years. He must register as an XCX offender. They say, the sheriff says, I'm very proud of the work the Sheriff's Department and the ADA Lynch, Putnam County District Attorney Robert V. Tindy did. But I'm mostly proud of the victim's courage in going through this process, which led to the defendant's arrest and conviction. I want you all to pay attention to how many doctors are getting caught doing nefarious things. Like just last week, it was those 2 psychiatrists or psychologists who were accused of assault. One of them was doing things with children and his patients. It's all so crazy. What is wrong with people? Anyway, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. This is all nefarious. So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Pensilola said diabolical demons. Absolutely. So with that all been said, I love you all to life. We're going to be live on the spiritual channel at 6:15 this evening, so don't miss it. Until then, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hit him with that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got